Hi guys, and welcome to this week's Get Ready With Me. Today I'm just doing a very quick and simple makeup routine before I have to go and pick my son up from preschool. So I was trying to think of what I could talk to you guys about in my Get Ready With Me. And I recently read a really good book that has really changed my perspective on a lot of stuff. The book, and I'm sorry, it contains curse words, so if that offends you, I'm sorry. The book is called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. And it is basically about how entitled most of us are, for one, but also about how important it is to decide in every situation whether or not you're really going to care about it a lot, and whether or not you really even should. So, for instance, say you are driving and the guy in front of you is going under the speed limit, or basically slower than you want to be going. And you have to ask yourself, is this something that I should let make me upset and ruin my time right now? But also, what gives you the right to drive how you want to on the road, but not this person in front of you? You know, you want to drive 5 over, and he is more comfortable going the speed limit. And we have to think about, why are we more entitled to the road than that person in front of us? And that's just, that's a very basic example of some of the points that the book is trying to make. But in your everyday life, people are going to do things that are going to upset you. That's just life. And after that happens, and whether these things that happen are your fault or not, once they happen, they become your responsibility. It's your responsibility to decide how you are going to react to the situation. Are you going to get angry? Are you going to get sad? Are you going to brush it off? How are you going to react to the situation? That is your responsibility. And what happens from there is on you, you know? It also talks about how important it is to not put responsibility for your emotions on other people. So, in your relationship, and I'm absolutely guilty of this, and I really didn't realize it until reading this book, but, you put a lot of responsibility on your significant other for your emotions and your insecurities. I have low self-esteem, and so because of that, I get upset that Rico doesn't tell me that I'm pretty enough, or I feel like I am entitled to his free time, or it's just little things like this entitlement and putting responsibility for your emotions on someone else. And then there are people also that take responsibility for other people's emotions. How other people react to a situation is not your responsibility. So, a really basic example, and women are super guilty of doing this, but let's say a guy approaches you and he's coming on to you or whatever. Basically, he's making you uncomfortable or annoyed or whatever, but we are told all of our lives that we need to be polite, right? Well, no. If you are uncomfortable, your emotions are your responsibility and his are not. So don't feel like you don't want to make him feel bad or hurt his feelings or whatever it is, because how he reacts to your rejection is his responsibility, and how you react to this uncomfortable situation is your responsibility. I hope I'm explaining that well. It's a really good book, and I'm really just kind of giving you like the cliff notes, not even that in depth, but I highly recommend that you read it if you deal with any sort of emotional issues at all. And even if you don't, I don't feel like it could be a bad thing to read. I mean, I spent a lot of my life being proud of the fact that I'm not an entitled person. I don't feel like I deserve stuff without trying. I just never really considered myself an entitled person until I read this book, and I was like, oh my gosh, I really am like super entitled. It's just in different ways than you would normally think of somebody being entitled. So it's really highlighted a lot of the deeper reasons behind some of my emotional issues. And so for that reason, I think that this book is just amazing. And now that I've read that and I have decided what sort of goals I want to have for myself and what sort of how I want to deal with emotional situations and whatnot, I'm reading a book on creating habits and the different kind of, not necessarily personality types, but the different types of people and how to best set habits in regards to the kind of person you are, if that makes sense. So like, I am the kind of person who needs to make other people happy. I'm the kind of person who responds really well to outside accountability. So for me, I am better at building habits when someone else is relying on me to keep those habits. So like, I started walking in the morning, and this isn't an exercise walk. This is just a walk for me to kind of center myself, and it really just puts me in a better mood for the rest of the day. So that walk, there are some mornings I really don't want to do it. And it's because I'm tired, or it's raining, or whatever the reason is. Now, if I were just relying on myself for accountability, I would totally skip that walk sometimes. But when it comes down to it, I am a better mother when I take this walk. I am a little bit more emotionally stable. It puts me in a better mood. I respond to stressful situations better. So because of that, my children and my parenting are my outside accountability. So I can't make up excuses to skip the walk. And then for my exercise, I have a friend that I've been walking with. And so the fact that I am meeting her there and she's relying on me to take this walk keeps me accountable. And we actually just had this discussion. She really wanted to skip our last walk, and she didn't because she knew that I was counting on her. I think accountability really helps a lot of people. And then apart from that, there are a bunch of other aspects of your personality that change how you are going to respond to building a habit and basically how to best build it. And I cannot remember the name of the book. I'm only like a third of the way through. And so far it's good. I've learned a few things about myself and how to stick to good habits for me. But I will put the name of the book down in the description. So, reading these books, and I'm not a huge self-help book person. I feel like a lot of them are kind of hokey. But that first book is like, it's amazing. It's completely different from a lot of self-help books. Anyway, it's really made me look at myself as a person and look at myself emotionally, and I am making some great goals for myself. Like, I have decided that I have a date for when I want to be off of the Zoloft, and I've been doing things that were recommended to me by my doctor to get to that point. So like every day now I am doing yoga, and I'm spending time meditating, and I'm working on mindfulness and these things that I never really worked on or stuck to because I didn't realize just how much they help. And that's been really great. And tomorrow is my Journey concert, so that's really exciting. And I have done a couple of the healthy recipe videos, but they don't seem to be getting much of a following, so I'm trying to decide if I should continue to do them or not. If you have any insight, let me know. They're fun for me, so I may continue to do them just for that reason. But the whole health and fitness thing has become a pretty significant part of my life lately, and I'm really enjoying sharing it. So even if nobody's watching, I may still continue to share it. I don't know. The whole YouTube channel and everything is more for me than it is for followers or money or anything else. So I might still continue to do it. It's really great over here. All of the snow has finally melted, and we're starting to see temperatures closer to the 50s. It's just getting a little bit warmer. It's really great. I'm enjoying it. It's definitely making getting my exercising in a little bit easier. Speaking of health and fitness and all that, so the friend that I'm walking with, we were discussing the Whole30 diet while we were walking yesterday, and are thinking of starting that in April and spending April on the Whole30 diet. And I've been reading a little bit about it, and it sounds super restrictive. It's like kind of a scary thought that I'm all of a sudden gonna only be able to eat like vegetables. But on top of that, you're also not supposed to weigh yourself, and you can't recreate healthier versions of dessert-like food. Like, you're not gonna recreate a cake with Whole30 approved ingredients. They want you to like break that craving for sweets, and so they feel that by eating those things, whether they're healthy or not, you are continuing to like foster that craving. So that'll be hard, because that is like my go-to when I diet, is when I'm craving something, I just create a healthier version of it. So we will see how that goes. Has anyone else ever tried the Whole30 diet. What did you guys think of it? It seems like it's a pretty popular one, and people seem to have pretty good success as far as losing weight. But at that point in April, I think I'm going to be to the point where I'm trying to maintain my weight, which might make the whole not weighing yourself and stuff a little bit easier. But I am finally down to my pre-children weight. I certainly don't have the same body I did. That I never will. I mean, things just change and shift and move around and stretch out and stuff when you have kids, so that's never going to go back. My weight is down to where it was, and none of my jeans fit me. Like, I'm going to have to go jean shopping because I've dropped so many sizes that they're all like falling off my butt. So yeah, it's really exciting to be down where I was. But that also means that I am not going to be using the Whole30 to lose weight, and it's all just going to be to foster healthy eating habits. So that'll be really nice. I feel like that'll take a lot of the stress off, because like I won't be thinking, oh man, this sweet potato has so many calories and so many carbs. I'm going to be thinking, this sweet potato has so many vitamins and it's so nourishing, and I'm so excited to eat it. I hope that's how it goes. I have a very unhealthy relationship with food, so I'm hoping that this will help fix that a little bit. And plus, then I can focus a little bit more on building muscle. Since I've been dieting and whatnot, I've been focusing more on just kind of losing the fat, and I haven't been doing a lot of weight training and stuff, and I know that that helps you with long-term overall weight loss. But for me, if I don't see quick results, I tend to give up on something pretty quickly. So for me, counting calories and cutting carbs and stuff works really well. I can cut the fat and get down to the weight I want to be, and then work on building muscle, which will help me to maintain the healthy weight that I've reached. So that'll be nice. I've got a gym membership that is just like sitting around waiting for me to actually show up at the gym. So this summer hopefully will be the time that I take to tone up, and that may help a lot with all of the stretched outness that I have since having kids. I don't know. We'll see. I cannot believe that it's already spring. I was just thinking the other day when I was walking, I was like, man, all the snow is melted. It's like sunny and birds are chirping, and it just seems so weird because like a few weeks ago it was winter outside, and now it's like, well, it is mid-March, it is time for spring. So it's a little crazy. It goes by so fast. And I swear, the older you get, and people told me this, the older you get, the faster time goes. It also seems like since I had kids, time just flies. Like, I can't even believe that my youngest is almost a year and a half old. It's so crazy. He's just growing up so fast. And he had his first haircut last week or the week before, and he doesn't even look like a baby anymore. He just looks like a little toddler. It's so crazy. But it's really such a great thing to watch them grow up and learn and just seeing the kind of person that they're becoming, their personalities start so early. Like, I can already tell the difference between Sammy and Alex. And Alex, my oldest, he is going through the why stage right now, where he asks why 100 times about everything, and his curiosity it's just exploded. He is loving going to preschool because he wants to learn his letters, and he's making friends and asks me to hang out with them. And I don't know, it's just crazy. They're growing up so fast, it's like I can't even keep up. Alright, so I am all done. Thanks for listening to me ramble on. I hope that you enjoyed this little video and hearing my thoughts. If you did, please don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe for beauty tips, tricks, and tutorials, as well as some healthy recipes. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye!